Parental discretion is advised.
What's poppin', my goons? We back. Back with some more of that credit chat. I was just having a conversation and somebody said, man, damn, this credit repair and credit building stuff is expensive. And I was like, you're right. You know what? That's a video right there. Why is credit building so expensive? Why is it all so expensive? It's not cheap. Straight up. And there's a lot going on. You're dealing with the banks and lending money to consumers. Hell yeah. That's a lot going into that. They don't want to get robbed. They don't want to get jacked. People's personal financial information is out there. Date of birth, social security number. Hell yeah, it's a lot going on. So, you know, it can get expensive. We was talking about trade lines. I showed him a bunch of trade lines and he said, damn, trade lines are expensive. I said, yeah. I'm gonna tell you why trade lines are expensive. They're expensive because they're hard to get. And something that's rare and valuable, precious metals, jewels, hard to get. They're valuable. So they're expensive. And there's a benefit to having things that are expensive and valuable. Because other people know they're valuable and expensive. They treat you differently. They look at you different. They look at you with esteem and prestige and class. Other type of shit like that. So we gonna make it. We gotta find a way, man. Or we gonna take it. So I'm gonna show you how to do this shit. And legally, by the way. So no CPN talk. I don't come with that CPN talk. I could talk CPNs and I will talk that CPN talk for you in another video about how I'll be talking about how to stay away from it. But I can tell you all about that shit. But trade lines are expensive because they're hard to get, because it's not that many people with credit cards out there. And then on top of that, it's not that many people out there with credit cards that are looking to sell people spots to use on their credit card so they can transfer their positive history on their credit card that they got, that they earned, that they use over to you so you can get a benefit and get your credit score boosted up. How do they win out of that? There's no reason why anybody would do that for you for free. So of course they charge money for that. And it's understandable why it costs so much, because it's hard to get. People don't walk around just throwing around authorized users on their credit cards all day. And then on top of that, these banks are cracking down and basically shutting down people's cards. If you do authorized users too much on your card, they'll shut it down. So now the person who's has you on their credit card, the primary cardholder, is taking a bigger risk. And their risk is, you know, they're basically determining their risk on the dollar amount that you're paying them for 2 months of a spot. And it makes sense why they would want a little bit more money, because it's a risky situation for them. They couldn't get their card closed. And then on top of that, their AU trade lines are expensive because there's a high demand. There's way more people with bad credit versus people with good credit. The good credit people are the minority, and the bad credit people are the majority. So there's a higher demand for authorized user slots. So for the AU that you say is too expensive, somebody else will pay $100 more for it because they need it more than you. They want it more than you, and you'll lose out on a deal on an AU trade line. I seen this shit happen. Happens all the time. Happens every day. And then another reason why authorized user trade lines are so expensive is that all this FICO talk pandemonium, all this FICO talk speculation of what it's gonna do, what it's not gonna do. AUs, they're still gonna work. No, AUs, they're not gonna work no more. Nobody even knows because it's not even here yet. It's not even out yet. It's not even implemented yet. It hasn't even been into effect at all, period. But it's coming. So it's like a survival kit. AUs right now, buying AUs right now is like buying a hazardous circumstance survival kit. So you're gonna need this survival kit of quality AUs right now. And because of that, they're in high demand, so the prices are going up. People don't know what's gonna happen. They say AUs aren't gonna work in like January 2021 when the FICO 10's been out for like 6 months, and then it starts getting implemented by more lending institutions and whatnot. That could be true or may not true, but nobody will know till January 2021. So people are stocking up on AUs right now. So I would recommend that to you because you don't know what's gonna happen with the FICO 10 madness. I personally would say go get some AUs. I personally recommend that. Right now, that's the move because you don't know what's gonna happen. And even if FICO 10 didn't come out, I still recommend if you're looking to do that to boost your score, go get it. Because it's still cracking right now. I got an AU on my credit file right now, and it's still reporting, and it's still helping me get a boost in my score. It's keeping my score up where it needs to be. And I just got one. So imagine if I had 4 and just stacked them up. For sure it'd be in the 800s, 850, who knows? But even if my AU drops off, I'll still be good. Because I'll still be in the good 7s, and I've got high limit credit cards already reporting. So AUs, like I say before, AUs are just icing on the cake. You need strong primaries, and then AUs are just icing on the cake, extra firepower. You know. So this is why AUs are expensive. Why credit building is expensive. And then to get rid of derogatories, you know, to get rid of derogatories, you have to know how to do it properly. And some tactics work, some tactics don't work, but you won't know what tactics work or doesn't work until you go do it. And you might not get the results for 30 days. So it'll take you like 30 days sometimes just to get the result of what you just did. You won't see nothing. And then sometimes it didn't work, so you got to do it again and run. That's another 30 days. So maybe you get on the second try and it's 60 days, but that was 60 days to see anything happen just off that scenario. So you never know. I've disputed shit for 9 months, like I said in a previous video, and that shit didn't budge. And then I got it to budge a little bit, and then I still needed to add some more money to make it go away. So basically, credit building, you just never know how expensive it's gonna get. But there is things you can start with. Like, if you got a clean file, it's cheaper for you. Put it like this: if you got a clean file, credit building, it's still expensive, but it's cheaper. And if you got a dirty file, bad file, credit building is a little bit more expensive. Or you just need more time invested, because you have to spend the time to get the derogatories off. And getting derogatories takes time to get off. There's advanced tactics where you can get derogatories off in 7 days, get stuff off in 1 day. There is these advanced tactics. People talk about credit sweeps a lot. That's probably one of the most advanced tactics you'll hear a lot. Credit sweeps, when they just wipe your file clean. Say it's an affidavit of fraud, identity theft. Someone did identity theft and racked up stuff, and then you just want to just wipe it all clean and start fresh. And there's so much legal loopholes in the credit world. That's why I advise you to get the books. Don't just rely on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube videos and posts. get the books yourself, because the books are written and they have all the legal language, all the jargon. They have even sample dispute letters, and you can just reword them yourself. They have all the scenarios, and I have 4 credit books, and each one has their own section full of dispute letters for damn near every situation, every scenario. They tell you all the shit. So for someone to know all that shit, and then you want them to help you out, hell yeah, it's gonna cost money. So that's why credit repair costs money. Like, all the shit I just kicked right now, there's no way in hell I would just chop it up with you for an hour straight, fixing your credit file, and then be like, no value was provided. You know, value is provided, because now we're taking steps to get you towards financial freedom. And I explain this to my coworkers at work, and I tell them, you guys are so lucky. You're so lucky because you know me. And because you know me, you get to get like free game off me all day long for free. Because I'm working with you for like 8 hours, 10 hours. So we just chopping it up, and you get to learn so much off me. But you're so lucky right now. But it's other people elsewhere that don't have access to me every day, all day. That they have to pay just to get my time, just to get the same game I'm kicking to you for free. So they don't understand that shit, and it doesn't mean too much to them. Sometimes I think it does, because I do see them make moves. Some people make moves, but most of them, it goes in one ear, not the other. But that's life. But yeah, credit building is expensive, you know, and you have to buy trade lines. Primary trade lines cost money. Trade lines are free, really. All you gotta do is get approved for a credit card. That's free. It's free to get approved for a credit card. So we can start there. It's free for you to get approved for a credit card. But you have to have certain things going on, and certain situations going on in your file that are positive and good looking to the banking institutions, the lenders. So they will give you these lines of credit. And this is why people don't have these nice looking files. That's why they pay money to buy trade lines and fix things. That's why all these services exist. So My Julius Club, all that shit, that's why it exists. You know, Credit Strong Self-Lender, that's why it exists. They all say to help build credit. So credit services, it costs money. They're expensive. But you can self-educate yourself. So don't ever think you can't self-educate. Self-educate. And now you're learning a skill. And with this skill set, you can utilize this skill set, leverage it, and make money with it. So that's a jewel I want to drop on you right there. Learn credit building yourself, and you can leverage this skill, and you can make money with it for the rest of your life in any country, because credit is important, period. So yeah, man, this video was just one of them random off-the-cuff videos, just like all of them are. But why credit building is expensive? So it's expensive, man. Straight up. I answered your question. You asked me the question, why is it expensive? Here's why. You're investing a lot of time. People invest their time to learn this shit. It takes a lot of time to understand it. You won't get it overnight. For sure not. And then there's a high demand for authorized user trade lines right now. And if you don't know what authorized user trade lines are, because you're new to this shit, just look at my previous videos about authorized user trade lines and just Google search that shit. It's out there. The information's out there. I kick the information a lot, and so does a thousand other YouTubers. Okay, so it's out there. And then just note it. You're spending money for your financial future. And here's the coldest part about it. So I saved this for the end. All the money you're gonna invest into your credit building and credit boosting, you're gonna make that back 100-fold on the back end. 100-fold. Just be smart. Once you got your building going, 100-fold, that money's coming back on the back end. Might take you 2 years, might take you 3 years, might take you 1 year, might take you a few beers. I don't know. But whatever it do is gonna pop for you. So get it in with that credit building. And that return is coming back 10x, 20x, 30x. Yes, we gonna make it. All facts, how you like that? All real. You know the deal. Sub to the channel. Yes, for real. This credit game, we kicking it every day, man. Stay tuned in. Thumbs up the button. Get that credit popping from nothing to something. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, comment. We out, man. Shout out to Alchemist on the beat. I love Alchemist beats, by the way. In case you didn't notice. Hip hop head, man. We out.